Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays, the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. After a couple of big milestones here, it feels good to just kind of be going for a, just a regular run here. I'm just setting up random.org, generate one random number between 1 and 10, format in one column. I'm going to get one number just to make sure the screen region is right. It gave us 4. We're going to go again, as we always do, and that time it gave us 3. 1, 2, 3. That'll be Cain here. Look who we got our canes on now. Beautiful. Well, it starts at 1, 2, 3. Let's do this, Cain. I'm ready. You start with more HP than Judas, which I appreciate. Let's check out our seed before we get too far in advance here. JSSC 98YY. Whew. It's nice to know that, oh, that's petrified poop on the first poop you shoot in the game is just like, you know, gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Mostly I'm just excited that we get a chance to try out Cain. You know, this is what the whole random thing is supposed to do, is give us a chance to check out new characters. We did play Blue Baby most recently, but we've had a couple of Judas runs in quick succession as well, which scares the shit out of me every single time. The only thing, like, low damage runs, soy milk runs, re-rolling my whole run, this doesn't scare me. There's usually a way out. What scares me is starting with 1 HP. It works fine. It's having 1 HP and then having like a little bit of a brain fart and being like, oh, we're dead and the streak is over. Like 1 HP, man, is just... It's a cruel mistress. It's a cold hard bitch. Just a flick on the wrist, and I don't remember Jet songs except for Are You Gonna Be My Girl? Let's be honest. You know, it was a dark period for the music industry. Okay. This money belongs to me, bum friend, but at some point in the future, you may be able to experience it for yourself, if we're financially stable. So for now, I'm just gonna let you kind of hang out, and you know, it's a long-term investment. This is actually totally fine. We'll buy the bomb. I was hoping for a Spirit Heart in addition to it, but this is okay. And I'll take both Spirit Hearts right off the bat. I'm confident I won't get hit, which is a terrible decision, but I'm feeling good. Yeah, especially should not have taken them considering that curse room is there. You know what? That is a light little slap on the wrist for me being, for me making a stupid decision. But if we don't get hit again on this floor, then we should be able to go to that without, you know, too much risk associated with it. Man, there's a lot of red hearts dropping here. Maybe save the red hearts from the poop for the next floor and give me pennies on this floor so I can do something a little bit more bombastic here. Oh, never mind. If you want to keep dropping eternal hearts, then I am not going to stop you. I think our tears are doing more damage than our bombs did at the start of the last run, which is hilarious. Oh my god. This is an extremely good haul. Please be good. It's totally fine. Okay. We're gonna go to our curse room quickly. We should... Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, it's a chance. Ah, beautiful. So we don't have to actually lose our Spirit Heart in the process there. That's my money. Say it with me one more time. It's my money. And I want it now. Good, we got 1 bomb left just in case we can't open this. But we can, with a little bit of a nifty move there. And you could argue it didn't work out that fantastically, but that's alright. It looks like we will have a chance of getting an arcade on the next floor. You want to use our last bomb? Try to find a secret room? I'm going to give it a shot there. Why did I choose there? I'm going to play till 5 cents just for more Spirit Hearts. Maybe an amazing trinket. Yeah? Okay, no. 50-50? That's alright, I can take it. We got 2 Spirit Hearts for 4 cents. I picked there because it was directly adjacent to the door, so I was like, you know what? There's a chance. That's better than me taking a guess at a different shot if all of the things are going to be equal anyway. Alright. We've got such good Spirit Heartage. We've got 1 HP guaranteed on this floor regardless. We've had really, really nice luck. What would be awesome is if we managed to pick up a quick DPS upgrade, Torn Photo, you know, obviously something like Magic Mush, Cat of Nine Tails, anything along these lines, Toothpicks, Squeezy, Code Hanger, very simple, not too crazy powerful, but with all of the defensive upgrades that we've basically already had, it would be lovely to pick up an offensive upgrade and just carry us a little bit further to the next level. But instead we got another defensive item, but it's a really good defensive item. Super Bandage is a huge help. Long term, finances a deal with the devil with some protection by itself. Let's head down to the next floor. Definitely too slow to be really worried about boss rush right now, but feeling good regardless. 3 keys is exactly where we would, well, might prefer to have more. That was just not very smart. especially considering we got a double key room here. I would re-roll our whole run here. It's early, it would be interesting. I would love a 5 room here if they would consider that. Let's see what we got. 4 room. Interesting. A 4 room does allow us to re-roll our item room and any shop pedestals we buy and any boss room pedestal we've seen. So if we hate our item room and we hate our boss pedestal, it might work for Deals with the Devil as well, but it's unlikely we'll be able to get back into the room. So we'll probably just have to take that one as it comes. But if we hate our boss room and we hate our item room, then we just spent 2 keys on a reroll, which could be great. We'll just do it right now. Could be meaningless. I should not have taken that while having the conversation about being able to reroll it. The virus is not... I was going to say it's not awful, but that sends the wrong message. It's not great. I should have rerolled it. It's always a little riskier when you only have 1 reroll and you have a passive item that you're getting rid of, because you might get an active item or just a shittier passive item, but yeah, that was a poor play on my part. Not a very smart decision. Run for your life. Let's get our Deal with the Devil sorted out here and see what we get. We did take Mom's Knife on the last run. I would stay away from it maybe on this run, depending on what we have. If it shows up early, though, I don't want to be the guy who gets rid of, like, doesn't pick up Mom's Knife, and all of a sudden, you know, the run ends up stinking it up for the rest of the time. Like, we're kind of, if we get, let's not get ahead of ourselves, it probably won't happen, but if we get Mom's Knife on this Deal with the Devil, and there's no other options, we sort of have to take it because it's precedent. I really don't want to skip Mom's Knife and have the added indignity of having to do angel rooms on top of that. But, you know, this is just conjecture, obviously, at this point. Let's see what we got going on in here first. Pin is not an issue whatsoever. I'd rather not use a bomb to take out Pin if we can avoid it, because it is going to be, well, it's going to be a crapshoot whether or not it works. We don't have hot bombs anymore, so you'll forgive me, but I like to say it. So let's go over this. What won't I take? I won't take a range upgrade. I would take a speed upgrade just to, maybe I wouldn't, but I won't take a range upgrade. If a range upgrade shows up, don't pick it up. I will take this. HP plus luck is fine. And I think we have to take this for the precedent. For now, at least. Mr. Precedent. So we're not really going to reroll anything unless we get the 15 cents. That was surprisingly pretty good. Could be an arcade here, which would be nice, actually. But yeah, if we get the 15 cents, we'll be able to buy a shitty shop item, and then the 4 room will reroll it. It's not... It's one of those plays that's almost borderline cuter than it is actually good, and I try not to be that kind of player for the most part, you know. I try to go for the sensible... Weirdly enough, you know, you wouldn't expect it from me, but I try to go for the sensible plays, but we'll see what happens. That's fine. Nothing wrong with it. We traded a black heart for a red chest and a spirit heart. That's a pretty good deal. If you were evaluating that, you know, in Football Manager, you would be like, yeah, that's okay. Please, come down here. Well, away down yonder in the long room, it is taking me longer than a boom boom. I don't know, the boom boom could have been sexual intercourse. It could be a pet name for someone taking a shit. I don't know. I just wanted to sing some Alan Jackson. Oh, there was a golden key at the last possible moment, you idiot. Okay. Well, we don't really want... it's weird. You go fuck yourself, bum friend. It's weird, right? Because I could re-roll the boomerang into something better, but I also just don't want it. I would rather just have, what we already have there in the compass. So, yeah, the 4 room, you know, I appreciate it, but we're not going to take advantage of it, and that's okay. I think that's totally fine. At least we did find our secret room. Got 3 extra cents out of it. 2 extras? I thought there were 3 cents. What's going on? Did Bumfriend manage to pick one of them up? Maybe it did, and I wasn't paying attention. Still, how do I feel about this? Well, we didn't really improve our damage. We got Poison Touch, Demon Baby. We have Deal with the Devil Precedent, lots of HP. That's about it. Could be better. But, can't argue that Deal with the Devil Precedent is a really, really huge predictor of success. We've won 100% of the last few runs where we've had Deal with the Devil Precedent. That's one of the very much underrated things about being on a long streak. I can pull bullshit stats out of my ass, you know? On days where I've had an omelet for breakfast, I win 100% of the time, according to recent memory. Well, this is true. Perhaps not that meaningful, but indeed somewhat true. So, I'm going to continue to embrace these bullshit stats as long as I can, if you don't mind. Who knows when they're going to leave and if they'll ever come back again. Oh, I really wish that I had knocked that green one out of the equation. Please, please. Not worth anything. Okay. This floor is usually Caves 1, on average, a little bit of a transition floor. You know, you can't control what's in the item rooms, obviously. We could get Polyphemus here. Or we can get something absolutely awful, but we could get Polyphemus here, or, you know, Mom's Knife, etc., etc. But, usually you don't expect to get a deal with the devil here, all other things being equal. So, you just kind of, you know, enjoy it. Take as little damage as possible, pick up as many, you know, utility things as you can get, and, try not to die. If you get a... Good timing on that. If you get a Spirit Heart, then, you know, even better. Or, sorry, if you get a deal with the devil, even better. I've got Spirit Hearts in the brain because I keep losing them. You might as well take that. I wasn't going to get it. Oh, that's so nice. We may have lost 2 Spirit Hearts in that room, but by not going into the... This belongs to me. By not going into the Curse Room the normal way, we're going to save 1. So I feel like our economy's been flipped a little bit there in a way that's positive to us. It's always risky. Luck Up is lovely. Pheromones is fine. Worth the 2 bombs? Well, we were going to do it anyway, so yeah, worth the 2 bombs. More so than the Spirit Heart that we could have spent. And the Luck Upgrade, it's good. Will pay dividends, or we'd expect it to pay dividends for us in the future. But for now, we're in waiting, basically. We're very well prepared for the future. You know, we know all about personal finance and not breaking the law and stuff like that, but we gotta execute, you know, we gotta pick up the mom's knife analogy here. So that we can actually end up carving our own place in the world today. Making your way in the world today doesn't necessarily take mom's knife. But you gotta get some damage or else you lose your life. Maybe it'd be nice to get small rock. Do. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows you. You know, the parody just fell apart in the end, so I had to stop. Plus, I don't want to get content ID matched. Because my singing is pretty much pitch perfect here, so... That was probably less than 5 seconds of the Cheers theme song, right? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Oh, snap! That's great. Okay. So, yes. We are going to take Brother Bobby and Satanic Bible. Isn't that an egregious use of your HP, Northern Lion? Yes, but it gives us more room for the Satanic Bible Hearts, which I think is, first off, a great name for, like, Jack White's new band. But secondly, it's a great idea for us to get as many of those as possible. This is another great room as well. So we really, really would not expect to get a deal with the devil on the next floor, but, what do you think? Just a little intuition. Yeah, I seem to remember there being a lot of second secret rooms in positions that look like that, so that's fine. We really do need to farm up our shop here in case there was a, well, something better. Instead, I'm just going to do that and hope that we get a chance to get an arcade on the next floor, because this is, yeah, Catacombs 1. If there was like a Nun's Habit or something, or a 9-volt, we had to take it, but this is okay. There's Sister Maggie as well. We're getting a nice little suite of familiars. Now, the familiars are rarely what carries you through to the end game, unless they're Dark Bum and Little Brimstone, but hey, you know, it is what it is. If we don't have a choice in the matter, I'm totally fine with it. I do think it's worth another bomb. Pretty much no matter where we put it, it was going to rattle that key out of there, so... I'd rather have 1 bomb, 3 keys, yeah, than the other way around. Or 2, for that matter. And there we go, sorted. Okay, so we're gonna go pretty much yet another floor without getting huge damage upgrades ourselves, unless our boss, well, our boss is not gonna pay out with a huge damage upgrade, but it might not pay out with any damage upgrade. But we did get an indirect increase in our damage thanks to, all these familiars, and the Satanic Bible is arguably maybe the best defensive item in the game. It's up there at least, so I'm still feeling really great about this run. Sometimes high defense can carry a run when there's nothing else really going for it, but I'm really hoping that we manage to pick up even just a couple of damage and tears upgrades would really help out a lot. They don't have to be even named. If you just want to give me a bunch of tears up pills, that is A-okay by me. Magic Mush. That's bad. I'm going to try this. I got a good feeling. I will take Liberty Cap as well. Plus, we can burn off some time here. Hey, that's pretty good. So, because our familiars are still our, like, basically primary damage dealers, I'm just going to take some shots like this. Maybe they're not our primary damage dealers, but they're not far off. I am taking Liberty Cap instead of Petrified Poop. You may not necessarily agree with that decision, but there's not that much poop left. And if you're saying, oh, pick it up and shoot this poop in here, you're not even necessarily wrong about that. That's actually a right call, but it is still... Oh, so stupid. It is still very unlikely to work out. Nice little extra poison offensive dodge there, just to make sure that both of these guys got poisoned. And if I'm going to take damage, I'm going to make sure I do as much damage to them in the process as well. Please, 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 please. Just give me like a torn photo, toothpicks, meats, you know, magic mush, of course, halo. Anything that gives me damage up, I'm not going to be picky about. DPS, I mean, that's... We've already seen this, of course, but that's probably not going to do it. But we know what the pills are now, so mostly, at least, we can be okay. Bombzuki, no. Are you a wizard? Definitely no. Pheromones, pretty bad. Down to the next floor. Still feeling like that floor was pretty sweet, but we're still lacking, well, we're lacking a lot. We're lacking a lot. 1 HP is really, like, it doesn't get enough credit. As long as you've got Spirit Hearts backing you up, 1 Red Heart is, like, the best position to be in. Sucks for blood banks. However, you can get into boss trap rooms easily. You know, you can get to Curse of, or Whore of Babylon easily. You still have 1 HP that you can trade on a deal with the devil instead of having to trade 3 Spirit Hearts, which is scarier for your survival. I think, at least. That's my theory on it. I'm going real aggressive here because I really feel like Magic Mush is something that, well, okay, let's put it, it's the most obvious commentary of all time. I really feel like Magic Mush would benefit us here. But yes, I really do feel that more so it would benefit us. That helps out a ton, too. It would benefit us more than it benefits the average run because we are so, you know, needy of these damage upgrades, if possible. But, SMB Superfan, some people have gotten bent out of shape that I keep calling this the worst all-stats upgrade, apparently. By absolute statistics, like in terms of like the sheer number of stats that it gives you, it is actually the 3rd best, which makes it only 2nd worst. I think it's the Halo that's actually like 1 step below it. But I think, don't quote me on this necessarily, but I think that SMB Superfan might give you like less tears slash like tears plus damage than the Halo. There might be a small difference there. It's relatively minor either way. We're just gonna go in here. Ah, that was poor. That was not good. We're lucky that we have, oh, we probably do want to spend a key on that after we get another charge legitimately. Okay, stop hemorrhaging. You're hemorrhaging. Just cool it down. Velvet Underground style. We're going to relax. Not very Velvet Underground style, but we're going to relax here. We're going to be fine. We're going to let Pretty Fly take that damage for us and feel really good about it. And we're going to pop pheromones on this room because fuck these bats, man. We'll just cut them off Jezball style. I don't know if they did any damage to one another. Actually, now that I think about it or look at them, it seems like they actually did, so... Fuck me for being a little bit of a dick. We didn't do our boss trap room because it seems like there's no, well, there's just a stone chest in there, so it's not that big of a deal. Are we worried about boss rush? Not in the least, yeah. So let's use this. We'll go back, get our battery here, use it again. And use it again, because it's a baby bottle pop, satanic Bible. Swap. Swap the charge for a demon heart. Okay, it's a really good deal. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Apparently this is just a zany quote episode. Yeah, it's like 9 p.m. here, and I get up, not at the crack of dawn, but fairly early. You gotta cut me some slack. Is this the floor now, where finally we're gonna start to get some decent DPS? Toothpicks is pretty solid. I don't think that's gonna hurt him. Toothpicks is pretty solid, though. Combined with SMB Superfan, we got some killing potential here. Of course, let's not forget the fact as well that we have Liberty Cap occasionally giving us, like, Magic Mushroom. Fat Odd Mushroom, Skinny Odd Mushroom. I'll take them all. Oh, I'll take them all. Let's head down here. Not down to the next floor, just a little downwards. We still have an arcade. I wouldn't... Wow, this floor is actually over quickly, which I think is really, really encouraging. I'm just going to pick this up. I know it's not necessarily best practice, but still. Good. We're going to be able to get over 15 cents via the blood bank, which means we will be able to go to our shop, pick something up. Oh, no, we're not. But we got an HP upgrade instead, which is substantially better. Alrighty, let's be on our merry way here. This floor was very kind to us. We got 2 HP, one of which was tied to an all stats upgrade, and then toothpicks attached to it as well. Pretty solid. Should have gone to our shop anyway. We had a lot of keys. Could have been a productive greed fight. Oh well. It's okay either way. All of a sudden, we're looking fairly offensively strong here, and for the first time in a little while at least, I'm not... I basically have no anxiety associated with this run. It's always been feeling semi-solid. That's just a gross way to describe that. But now it's feeling firmer. I don't know why I'm speaking about the run as if it's a grade of tofu or something like that, but you get the idea. Shouldn't have jumped out there. I probably should have regretted that decision more than I actually did. Okay, they're all, like, equally wounded here. There we go. Anytime they don't get a chance to shoot, my life is easy. Good, good, good. A little dangerous, but hey, we got our first bomb in a little while. Do we want Judas's tongue? I'm going to take it. I don't necessarily think that it's better than Liberty Cap. I'm actually thankful for the lighting there, because I was able to see that there were no tinted rocks more easily. But I'm in the interest of mixing it up a little bit here. Oh, this is a weird room. For lulled into a false sense of security, you go from, are there any enemies in this room, to, oh, it's these enemies. Pretty fucking quick. Yeah, I hate every single one of these sons of bitches up here. Kill the enemies that can jump, and then we'll kill the enemies that can expand their neck and get crazy affected by knockback. In a way, if I'm gonna get hit, I should just get hit right off the cut here, because it'll kill them all with the demon heart, but so be it. That went fine. I seem to be seeing new rooms with an alarmingly high frequency lately. New rooms have been showing up in my videos fast and furious. Which takes me out of muscle memory, forces me to improvise a little bit, which is scary. That's not what I signed up for, to be playing this game 8 months after release and still have to deal with new rooms. Yo, I wanted to be out of fresh content by now. I wanted only stale-ass old rooms that I've seen 100 times. Okay, this is my bad dodging that's causing this. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I think it's cool that the rooms are still showing up this late. Kind of like some, you know, deeply hidden secrets there. At least varies person to person. Sometimes you'll be playing a run and, like, someone in chat will show up and be like, whoa, what's that? I've never seen that room before. Where are you? There you are. And I'll be like, oh, really? I've seen that room like 6 times. They'll be like, no, I've got 200 hours. I've never seen that room. That's really cool that different people can have different experiences like that. Anyway, I'm getting a little rambly. I wasn't born a rambling man. Society, through its influences, has turned me into a rambling man. Trying to make a living and doing the best I can. Like, that part is still definitely there. Is it, like, whenever I've heard Rambling Man by Allman Brothers, I'm like, you know, I assume that ramble means to kind of, like, live a nomadic lifestyle, right? Lord, I was born a rambling man, trying to make a living and doing the best I can. And then it talks about leaving, so it's like living a nomadic lifestyle. But when I was a kid, I was like, so this guy just likes to talk a lot? It's like, it's self-evident that you wrote a 10-minute song about how you like to talk a lot. Like, you proved it right there. You might as well have just talked about the concept, and we would have been like, yeah, that song is literally true. That was just the worst dodging of all time. That's what I get for trying to be clever there. Okay, but still, I mean, on HP, we're fine. We don't need to sweat it. D10, I hope the D10 gets a slight rework in Afterbirth to make it so you can reroll bosses with it, because as is right now, it's effectively, like, real shitty. Anything. No, you know what, let me get one of the cents at least. Child's Heart is not as worthwhile. What, did that pay out with, like, 2 bombs up there? I've also been getting, like, some weirdness in the game. You know, that situation where it looked like only a nickel dropped, but then I picked up 7 cents, that was easily explained. The fact that there's, like, a discrepancy between the in-game timer and the length of the videos, that makes no sense to me. Then the fact that it feels like that blood bank just dropped some bombs, I don't know, man. I'm just along for the ride. I'm just a vessel. Maybe I'm accidentally part of, like, the ARG for Afterbirth, and I just have no idea. That was when Rebirth was coming along, but it wasn't quite out yet. That was my pet theory there. I was like, maybe they're, like, putting stuff in my game. It'll be real weird. Champion's Belt, and there's options. It was there's options, right? I immediately, after picking it up, can't remember, but... My brain just, it doesn't know what item it is anymore, it just knows it's good. And, you know, we're still early enough to make there's options worth the money. Hopefully on our next floor they do give us a chance to donate a little bit. I have not been necessarily super kind to our donation machine recently. Goes down like, you know, 20 cents a day. Pretty soon, we're gonna find ourselves unable to buy a Spirit Heart when we need to, and that's gonna be real bad. I don't think we need to spend a key on that right now. Well, this is a little interesting. We actually could... I'm tempted, because we had that recent run, I think it was even our last run, where we had the White Pony, and it was actually such a nice addition for us, but our speed is already fine. Flying does give you that defense against creep, which is awesome, but I don't think it's strictly necessary for us. Instead, we'll take the damage upgrade, and... Lump of Coal would be beautiful here. Stay as far away as we can to practice. You know, Blood Clot is not the most incredible upgrade, but it's good enough. Oh, man. I am bleeding some shit damage here. We don't need Krampus's head, so we'll just get the fudge out of here. We're only on the depths 1. It's been a slow run. Damage is looking better, but you could always use a little more, and I'm happy our HP is low enough that we can come in here right away and see that we don't want anything to do with it, possibly. Sometimes those rooms can still be worth it, obviously, but... I don't know. Well, you know what? We should do the obvious thing here now. Just pop it open, take the red heart, and then get the fuck out of there. I love that strategy. Remember when you could... I mean, I talk about this from time to time, but remember when... Oh, I really thought I could squeeze through there. In Vanilla Isaac, when you could... When the game... Not that the game first came out, but I think when Wrath of the Lamb first came out, you could fly through the mob trap rooms. Like, after the doors closed, you would just fly through them anyway. Those were the days, man. Bombs are key. Not really that interested. Great, this is actually awesome. We have a greed fight here. I want to get as much of the money as I can. I know I missed a cent down there. Oh, Ansu's room. We've already found our secret room here, so we'll probably save this. But, yeah, I want to get as much of the money as possible. Sure, it would be nice to buy an item from our shop, but I also want to, you know, give our donation machine a chance to pay out. We almost need to, like, we're milking our donation machine so hard, this tragedy of the commons shit, that we, it would be in our best interest to really introduce some, like, legal sanctions to it to protect it. As ridiculous as that sounds, I'm like, you know, I really need to make, like, a rule, like, if you take money from a donation machine, you have to give it back as soon as you have it. Like, really rigorous loan principles. I hope I still got the benefit of that. But we are coming to the point where we won't be able to use the donation machine semi-soon for the things that guarantee us, or at least give us a much better chance of surviving the early game, and that's where things are going to get real dangerous, so I'm a little anxious about that. There is no arcade on this floor, so picking up that Eternal Heart is fine. Not a smart dodge, but didn't get hit. Yeah, triple shot is so good. Okay, this is awesome. Almost got hit there and probably deserved to. Now that I look at my tiers, I'm like, this is a run that I can feel proud of. This is good damage. Took us a little longer than maybe I would have loved to have gotten there, but we're still in the relative comfort of the early game before the womb starts doing double damage. And yeah, you know, as much as I would love to buy the battery or whatever so we can store it up, we're going to donate as much money as we conceivably can here because you've been good to me, donation machine, and I want to make sure that you recognize that, you know, I want to have... Oh, that was very stupid. Oh no, donation machine, I'm sorry. I hope you recognize I want to have a healthy relationship with you, donation machine. I want to work with one another, not against one another, to help this this relationship blossom between the two of us. Because it looks like it's going to be a long-term thing. Nope, this is mine. This is mine! And then I'm going to take it and give it to the donation machine. I am donating 1 Spirit Heart or battery charge for a future purpose here. Might be one of the few runs recently where we basically gave it as much as we took away. Alright. Boss room's down there. We're saving the Ansu's rune. Probably, if possible, I'd prefer to use it on the cathedral. Just because, thank you, Pretty Fly, because that gives us the most bang for our buck, basically. You could use it on the chest as well if you wanted, but it's nice to have that, you know, space in your inventory freed up as well. Not always a huge deal one way or the other. Let's throw this down here. Kind of hoping he got caught in the explosion. For all the luck that I've got, it hasn't done me too much good on these skulls, has it? No dry baby whatsoever. I was trying to goad the game into giving me dry baby there. It didn't work. This should be super easy. And we don't have any, like, silkworms or anything to deal with after they die. Even easier. Would like to stack up some bombs, stack up some charges. Oh, dodged directly into that one. So, not feeling super smart right now. They've all got to be pretty weak at this point, though. The freaking tractor beam is sucking me in, though. Wayne's World style. Probably not necessarily the normal cultural touchstone for tractor beam, but you know what I'm talking about. 4 bombs is enough to annoy several enemies in the game. This should probably be our second secret room here. Alright, I really was waiting for the diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. He did not show up, though. Fool card, bad. Temperance. Ah. Onsus is better, but Temperance is tempting. Fittingly enough, I guess. I don't think those words are actually related, linguistically speaking, so that reference didn't really make any sense, but you know, they both start with, they have similar letters in them, is basically the gist of that joke. It's the height of an intellectual comedy. Please. I beg of you. I hate that you have to like reset Mom's fight, or the Mom fight, by killing the enemies sometimes. I got hit there? The hand came out before I even saw it. No deal with the devil, it's okay. We are taking this time, like the Polaroid this time, because I'm very slightly nervous about the way things could go here. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the Onsus rune right away. I don't really care about the second secret room, but I am going to go to the curse room. Actually, you know what? I may not go to the curse room because it doesn't border the secret room. So maybe we'll just do this room, then go on our way to the boss fight. What's my reasoning here? You know, it's a little shorter than the cathedral, of course, but at the same time, it frees up our inventory slot in case we get other stuff to take in the future. Could have taken Temperance on this floor, but I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. Let's see what our secret room has on offer for us here. My math might not be correct here, because I'm trying to think about how many consecutive deals with the devil we had recently, but it's been 2 floors since we had a deal with the devil, so we should have like a 75%. Oh, shit. Should have like a 75% chance to make this happen. There's no excuse, by the way, for me taking damage against those rooms right there. Just idiocy. Laziness, carelessness, definitely. All the negative words you can use there are probably correct. I don't like the rock formation here. I'll deal with it if you're happy enough to give me a tinted rock, but apparently not in this situation. Well, this is definitely like our ideal big boss fight, because Mr. Fred is really not that difficult. And with the triple shot, we actually don't... Where did that creep come from? Oh, it was still from the other dude who only recently died. We don't really need to maintain a line of sight with him here, which is easy enough for us. So again, I'm thinking we got 75% chance of a deal with the devil, or roughly somewhere in that category. Didn't lose too much HP here, but it would be awesome. Very, very awesome to just not get shitty devil items. Didn't give me a shitty item, just give me spirit hearts and a red chest instead. That's an interesting choice. I don't know. Okay, well, yeah. It's fine. I mean, it's not really what I was looking for, but I'll take it. And you know what? Our speed is so good. Let's just try it. We went from 4 to 5 HP. Rate of fire still seems good. And with this much HP, and the fact that we did just pick up a guppy item, I'm going to revise my earlier opinion. And we're going to come back here. And now we can get rid of Judas's tongue for sure. But we can come back here and see what's going on in our curse room. See what's going on in our second secret room. I think we have the HP necessary to feel pretty okay about this. But this is going to be our damage, and it's relatively low. So I don't think we're in dire circumstances yet, but certainly things could look different after the cathedral. I could, you know, see myself getting my HP pretty eroded here, so no ability to fly, no super damage. Triple shot is nice, admittedly. No guppy, but a guppy chance. Small one, albeit. And a really, really good defensive item, of course. I should let you pick up that money from now on. That's my bad. Alright. So that was 2 Spirit Hearts for a terrible deal. Life goes on. If that's the only thing we're taking damage to is Curse Rooms, we can probably feel pretty okay about it. Ah, lovely. And then, I don't even know if this... I guess if this is an Eternal Heart, I will take it. It's not. It's a Black Heart. That's... I'm not sure if it's better or worse. It's just different. I think we'll just head down to the next floor now. We've accomplished what we needed to accomplish. We're still going to be at the HP cap. I like our chances moving forward. Certainly not an automatic one run or anything like that, but pretty good. And we always have that chest, especially now that we have 5 keys. So, good. This is good stuff. Hopefully. You never know, I guess. Well, sometimes you know. You never know is not honest. We do know sometimes. I'm only going to play it twice. Why twice? I don't want to play it. I don't want to get too risky with it, basically. Although, we do have a boss trap room. This room frequently has Spirit Hearts. Or, sorry, Tinted Rocks, but it doesn't seem to have any this time. How do I feel about a boss trap room? I'm against it because it requires a long room to get to. And, on top of that, the added potential negative of... Oh, that was a great run. I can't deny that. The added potential negative... Oh, that's yours. I'm sorry. Bad habits. Oh, so good. But the added potential negative of losing all our HP on the blood bank to maybe not get it back. So I don't think it's worth it. Value proposition is much different in the early game. You know, if you got red hearts lying around, it's better to go for the boss trap room. Maybe pick yourself up a nice deal with the devil item. But stakes are a little higher now. You know, we don't have as much of a safety net. Hierophant card helps out a lot. It's basically going to pay for our Curse Room voyage. And we are going to go into our Curse Room, even though I was just talking some nonsense about safety nets and whatnot. Really dumb. Just talking some nonsense about safety nets and whatnot. Safety knots and what nets? It's a Roald Dahl book. Seriously though, like you gotta fuck off. I can't believe our shots are not hitting here. How are you so fast? Turns out maybe I actually could have used Speedball. Oh, gotcha. Almost gotcha. What? Where have you gone? If you were a Dave Matthews Band, you would be his 2002 smash hit single, Where Are You Going, off of the soundtrack to Mr. Deeds. Because I cannot find you. And also, you suck. Okay. No. I'm not gonna... Unless we get closer to the HP cap, I'm not gonna go to our Curse Room. I'm starting to get a little nervous about the HP that we'll need to keep left over in order to make the Cathedral work. And possibly the chest. Like, this is not like, once you beat the chest, you've won the game. Sometimes the game does work like that. Oh. Oftentimes, the chest gives you jack shit, and you still gotta, you know, you gotta slog through that floor. So that's the situation we're in right now, is that, you know, we don't know. So let's just play it smart, and not give the game too easy of a time to beat us. There is some element of me wanting to play conservatively. Demon Baby, did you lose your mojo or something? What's your problem? Wow, okay. I don't like that at all. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We should go back for that. That was, well, easy come, easy go, I suppose. I don't know why I rushed for that money. This is me falling apart to a small extent. Let's just take a deep breath. Goose Fraba, and have a better chance here in the future. Thank you, Pretty Fly, for saving my butt there a little bit. I do want that. Okay, let's beat Mom's Heart. Now, for all the negativity I've been espousing here, there are also a lot of runs where you go to the chest and just get fucking carried. So that is a genuine chance, you know, a thing that could still happen here. Trying to get a rhythm going here so my range is fine. I mean, my shot speed is pretty good, but just wary that some of my shots might not quite make it. Same thing, like the orbitals moving in this way, or the familiars, I should say. Should give them a better chance at actually hitting Mom's Heart, I think. Mom's Heart is going to be dead before she can do the Brimstone attack. That is conducive to my success. Alright, moving on up. Only the slightest bit scared. Well, that's a very close boss fight. Oh, never mind. Of course, I didn't actually expect it to be there. That would be ridiculous. It's a long loop, so I don't know if it's going to be this way or the other way, but either way, I think it's going to be a super close boss fight, but it requires like a really long way around here. We got to do like a long turn and then come back around and hit it from the left side or hit it from the top. Still looking like this could be the right way, though. Yeah, let's get these rocks out of the way. Those are just annoying. I definitely should have taken damage in both of those situations. It's okay. This will, yeah, keep the dulcet tones coming here. What are my, let's focus on something positive. What are my ideal items from the chest? Piercing shots. Let's be more specific. Sagittarius. Good, yeah, focus your mind on the game. Sagittarius would be great. Any damage upgrades, of course. Absolutely nothing to sneeze at there. Any tears upgrades. The wafer. Virgo. What's the one that gives you the cancer item? We haven't, that's faded from my consciousness. It hasn't shown up in so long. The cancer item would be awesome. Wafer effect after getting hit once. How about, what do we not want? No Curse of the Blind, first off. No soy milk. No Dad's Key, because I'm going to feel pressured into fighting the boss, which I guess is on me. What do you think? Maybe a second secret room up here? Of course. Nope. Okay. I thought maybe by saying of course we would will it into existence. Whipworm was a good pickup, I think. We didn't take, well, first off, Judas's tongue was not doing anything for us. But beyond that, oh, geez, we made the transition here. Beyond that, we didn't pick up Speedball in favor of experimental treatment, which I actually do think was the right choice, but then we're getting kind of the best of both worlds here. Anyway. This phase is very difficult. I find that you just, it's the most difficult phase of the Isaac fight anyway. If you got low damage, or low enough to have to deal with this, you prioritize the angels, or the angel fetuses, and then every time that he shoots those Cricket's body shots, you just get the fuck out of the way. You cannot stand close to them, because then you won't have time to react. Man, this is poor damage. Like, I was complaining about it for most of the run, but you can tell that's like the ultimate, like, binary or Boolean, you know, is strong damage. Is whether or not Isaac gets a chance to attack you after he spawns and it does, like, his 2 waves of these attacks. If he can still do that, or 1 wave, I guess. If he can still do that, even a little bit, you have failed the check. Please return to nearest item room and pick up some DPS upgrade. You're not ready for the big show yet. This is actually the most nervous I've been in a little while. At this late in the run, anyway. Nervous in the early game is nerve-wracking, but it's like, you know, you don't have control over it. Here, it's like we're coming down to the final skill check in the game. Oh, you fucker. Okay, okay, okay. 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 Oh, okay, this is like real terrible. So this is a perfect time to D4. This seems awesome, actually. I kind of like this. There's no, you know, rule that I have to continually... Oh, so good that we get to keep Whipworm as well. We definitely have piercing shots. And the mulligan, maybe? Yeah, I think we do have the mulligan. This is great. There's no written rule that you have to use the D4 more than once. I re-rolled my run already, fuckboys. I'm sticking with this. I think this is really good. Do we have proptosis? I don't think we have proptosis. Bucket of lard. Bucket of lard, bucket of tears. Got all those buckets coming out of my ears. Buckets of proptosis in my run. Thanks for the D4. Sorry, let's do it again. Thanks for the D4. Baby, I'm having fun. We're still, like, our damage is still pretty shitty, but I'm not going to complain about it because Monstro's Lung is way cooler, and the mulligan is sweet, and our shots are huge, and also we have shielded tears. So this is going to be a win. Even though we don't have a respawn available, it doesn't matter at all, basically. Unless I completely royally... We don't have the mulligan! Wait. No, we don't have the mulligan. We have Rotten Baby who was just hidden by my enormous tears. I feel completely ripped off. We do have Lord of the Flies, though. Still, I'm not going to reroll this. We're fine. Let's not, you know, mess with the sure thing here. I hope this isn't Cursed Eye, man. We also have Infamy, of course. Yeah, it's still pretty good damage. I prefer to be killing Duke of Flies in one hit, like, Something's not right. We're gaining more damage as the rune goes on. Or maybe the flies that Duke of Fly summoned hit themselves before I got really the chance to get in there and do my thing. So I was like, why are these guys taking 1 hits, whereas their counterparts took several? That's probably what happened there. If I had to guess. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Keep it up. Flies are doing a decent amount of damage for whatever reason. Are You a Wizard sucks real bad. Lemon Mishap is just god-awful. Might as well go back and get these red hearts. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a nice haul there. If we got 8 HP, we might as well take advantage of having 8 HP, right? Alright, I don't have too much to talk about on this run now. We come back with an Isaac run next. This is going to be 71. Still, every single run gets my, gets the blood pumping in the testicular region here, so... this run is 71. 72 will be Isaac. 72 is not that meaningful, but that means 75 will be Isaac as well. So one more cycle, and we got a real good shot at 75, man. That's exciting. Did we have the compass and I just didn't notice? Like, why do we see where this is? Maybe we have Mom's Eye? I don't think that would do anything. A little chubby. I'm just, don't give me an item that ruins my chances, is all I ask here. I guess if we, on the last run, if we had Fire Mind with Dr. Fetus, that would have been better than what we actually had, which was Hot Bombs. Although you'd shoot bombs, they would not explode into fire. I suppose it's better to have Fire Mind, even though that seems completely nonsensical. We can do damage with Monstro's Lung while also keeping our attack fly on the target. I think that's great for business. Of course, that only works at, like, the 90-degree angles, but... still relatively easy to pull that off. Please be, like, more damage, Magician. It's good. Hard counters the haunt pretty easily here. And 75 is a big milestone for 2 reasons. One of which is that it's 75, it's 3/4 of the way to 100. The other reason is a little bit, and I mean, we're getting so far ahead of ourselves now. Like, this is just me talking in hypotheticals, not saying we're going to get to 75, but if we get to 75, that'll be big, because that's, 3/4 of the way to 100, which blows my fucking mind every time I actually think about it, so I try not to. And it means that I'm officially my second biggest streak away from having 100. My previous best streak, I believe, was 25. It means all we gotta do is put another second best streak on top of my best streak, and then we're at 100. That's pretty ridiculous. I'm happy about it, at least. We're almost done with this. This one's like a no-brainer. It's over. Ooh, not really that anxiety-inducing. Fairly simple. D4 at the end really topped it off there, but I hope you enjoyed the run nonetheless. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.